Hey guys, I'm Joe.
And my name is Michael.
And welcome to
The
JMV
JMV
Podcast. So we did film an episode last week, but it didn't work. Like basically, it only picked up Michael. It didn't really pick up me at all. Like every time I talk, it would just go silent. So I had to discard the episode. But we are back today, and we actually have a guest. We did say that we don't know if we're gonna do guests, but we decided, you know what, why not? So we have a guest, and his name is
Chris.
So Chris, welcome to the JMV Podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, tell us about your YouTube channel.
So my name of the YouTube channel is Chris TV, which it has a series called Game World. It's like a stickman edit, but it's different because you can see the face, you can see the what shirt they're wearing, you can see the shoes, anything. So I'm gonna talk about one of them. So one of it is called Game World. Game World, it's a VR game, but it's similar to Swords Online. But I can tell you about the similarity and the differences, but we can tell it in another time. But I just want to introduce myself.
All right. So, yeah, Chris actually does have a series. He is pretty known for it, Game World. I actually like that series a lot. I used to watch it. It was like I'm pretty sure it was how long? 2 years old?
That's since 2017.
Yeah, 3 years old. I used to watch it about 2 years ago. It was a pretty good series. I remember I was in it, and he's actually coming out with a sequel series to it. It's called Elf Worlds, right?
Yeah, it's Alpha. It's like it's similar to Game World because of the creator. Like they took the old Game World server and they recreated it.
Yeah. So like, when he does, he has the first episode for it almost done. So like, make sure to tune in for that. But Michael, do you have any questions?
Alright, I got a question. Like, do you actually like die in like real life?
Oh
So-
yeah.
Actually, like in real life?
So in the first season, like you're trapped in the game, and the creator of the game was actually saying the server that you're unable to log out, and if you die in the game, a transmitter, and from the real life you will go to your brain and actually fry it, and you'll be dead.
Wow.
That sounds crazy.
I know.
I do just want to say though, the reason Michael asked that because I don't think Chris said you would die. We did a few voice tests on this episode, like we do every episode. So that was a rising question. I just wanted to say that really quick.
Yeah.
Like people was asking me, oh my god, like what if this actually becomes real, what will we do?
Yeah. Oh my god, that would actually be crazy.
This is
though.
my advice to all of you: try to gain so many levels and XP in your entire life, and then you will survive. Because if you don't do nothing, how would you become more powerful
And then
and
fight for your life.
Fight for your life.
Yeah. So Game World. I remember. It. How did it end again? Cause
It ended by me waking up in the hospital, cause I beat the 100 boss, but I died too. But miraculously, I survived. Cause if the 100 boss is dead, listen, everybody's will be still alive. Cause he's the one who controls everything. He controls the transmitter of the brain. Cause he has admin privilege, and we don't. We're just players.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. It's like a little animated series, like you said. I actually like it. I've tried doing that myself, and I failed miserably. I'm surprised, like, he does really well with it. And I have no idea how to even do a little tiny movement at all. I can't even really draw at all, so, that makes sense. So tell me, I do remember a while ago, you mentioned you were gonna, after you finish Elf Worlds, which was a sequel, like I said earlier, to Elseworlds, you were gonna finish off the entire series, the whole storyline, with the live-action film.
So to be honest, I'm not sure if I want to end it. Like I'm gonna add like 2 more game series, like as soon as possible. Like me in it and me without in it. Like I'm also I'm thinking about making a movie, which is gonna be pretty awesome because we have avatars, and we bring our avatars to the real world.
So, like, basically, would the characters that are in the actual game, we would portray them?
Yeah, we it's a thing called account converter. Like you convert your account, all your skills from another game to another game.
Yeah. And then I'm actually excited to see what happens in Elf Worlds that makes everything come to real life. But I would actually love for a live action film because I'm not trying to like, say anything, but I've heard that I'm gonna be a more reoccurring character in Elf Worlds. I don't think I was that big of a character or popular as a character in Elseworlds, but I've heard that I'm gonna be more reoccurring in Elseworlds, right? So, um, I do know, like, if you ever make it into a live action film, I would definitely be down to be in it. And I heard that you're gonna add Michael as well. So, like,
Well, yeah, like I don't know.
Like the next year after Elf Road, it's gonna be Gun World because it's like no, like, the Gun World is like Fortnite.
yeah,
It's like so Fortnite. So I'm not gonna spoil it, so I'm not gonna say it because I wanted to say it after Elf Road is finished.
yeah,
Well, I might think about it being in it. Well, yeah.
yeah, because,
Think
like,
about it.
I remember we had a call the other day talking about if Michael would want to be in it.
I'll be like, yeah. I'm like, wait, hang on.
Yeah, because, like, he would want to be in it. It's the fact that he said that he's not that good of an actor, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'll think about it.
It would be pretty cool, though, like, to bring our own characters into life and to act. Like, because I've always wanted to be an actor, but I haven't really put myself out there much in the acting world. So, like, this would be my first film, and I'd actually, like, that would be really cool. I'd actually be pretty down for that. I'd be really excited because, that's just like a whole live action film, and it's something that I'm actually interested in, because, like, there's a lot of cringe, like, no offense to those people who've made it, of course, but there's a lot of cringe high school films or something like that, drama films, like, it's just not really, that good.
Yeah.
So,
Any other questions about my series?
Joe, do you have any questions?
no, not really. My main question was about the live action film. Like, actually, what do you think it would be about? Like,
So
I know you don't want to spoil anything, but, like, if you could give a little bit of detail.
So I actually show about it, but because I have an old series called Dark Knight the Teen vs Johnny Yell. Like it's like a movie about it's supposed to be a movie for Game World, but I put it out so people can know what's going on in the near future. So
Yeah.
So it was taken in the year 2028 to the 2030. It's talking about. So it's talking about my cousin who he turned evil. He wanted power, so he uses the VR. He used the VR for power, because somebody invented a glasses that you can you can transfer to a character, to turn from the VR to actual real life. And with that power, my cousin he spawned in an earthquake from a game. I don't know, some random game, but it actually destroyed everything from the world. And my cousin was ready to take power, so he spawned minions from other games. You can say that you can say it's a apocalypse because there's no government running. Everybody's dead, but not everybody. Most people survived.
Alright. Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting, but what about the live action film, though? Like, what do you think you'd do with for that?
The live action film. I definitely need. I definitely need things about. I need a sword. Cause my character I have a sword. One is blue. One is gray and black. Like, I don't use guns.
Do you have any plans for where you're going to take that short film for, though? Like, where are you gonna, like, what are you gonna do with it? Do you have a plot plan? Like, do you have a plot?
I
not a plan?
say somewhere near a private area, so for me to make a park or something, like an abandoned place or abandoned woods.
To film?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Or
yeah.
abandoned or a bus station .
Yeah, like
Like-
something. It'd have to be in a quiet place. Yeah.
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 But what do you think you do like in the film? Like what's your plot? Do you have a plot
So
yet?
like a fighting, like sword fights,
Like-
and the sword fights and boss fights. Like the huge boss like onto us.
So I actually have two questions about that. Number one, how would we get into the like? What's gonna happen? Like, how would our threats get into the real world? The real world,
So-
like threats from the game.
So, in the game, like I had a daughter from Game World, which is she's an AI. She's not real. She's just a robot.
Yeah.
But she acts like an intelligent, but she's an intelligent artifact. Like she knows everything what happens.
Oh, like artificial
Like-
intelligence,
like,
right?
Yeah.
Uh,
She
Yeah.
knows how to put her characters to real life, like by using the codes that she puts in from the game to the actual.
So what she'd be
Classic.
doing is basically like giving our actual powered characters, not just our normal selves.
Yeah, it depends. Like you want to get a character from Game World or Elf World. I choose Game World because when Game World I look like a badass with those
Yeah.
two swords.
I choose like Elf World because in Elf World I'm a lot more powerful. I look the same though. I basically have the same stuff in Elf World, but yeah, I did forget my second question. Oh. Oh my god, I've forgotten.
Let's talk about the similarities though. Want to talk about
Similarities between
Game World and Sword of the Arts Online. So the similarity is like they have two creators. They're both named Akahiko. But one of them is Kayaba, one of them is Kayabin. And Kayabin and Kayaba, they're both great geniuses. Like they're scientists, but they use their things for games. And what they do is they made a game. First, you had to put in the beta test, which only 5,000 people joined, and got. And once they published the game, only, like let's say about 1 or 2 million people in this joined the server, because the place is built like the United States, but it's bigger. Each state is bigger for more people. So right there is mostly forests and like and cities too. Cities and arenas, tournaments, and the boss rooms, they're like caves. Like the boss rooms are in caves, like in abandoned. So for example, New Jersey is like New Gamery. New Gamery was the first one to be found. It's like finding people. It's like finding other states to find live in, and defeat the boss. Like you must complete all 100 if you want to log out the game. So it's not similar. You cannot log out. Like if you go to your menu, you will not see a log out button. It's completely blank.
because it was intentional or that was a mess
It was
up?
designed.
It was designed like that. So basically they trap you in it.
Yes, and the guy who created it, he was hiding, cause he was the most wanted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Mm-hmm.
In the live action film, I remember my second question now. You said that we'd be like basically our powers from the game was transferred to real life, right?
Right.
So would you have special effects? Like, are you gonna use the same special effects you use in the drawing for us? If we were to, like for example, like for a sword, if we were to swing a sword, would we use a prop or
Yeah,
would that be
like-
special effects?
Like the camera would be stopping. Like our swords would like glow. Like you see in the swords online. Like
And then like, what about if we shoot something? Because there are shooting powers like fire. My
you have shooting power.
yeah, like my power race is fire. And so that involves firing as well. I also have laser for when I ran out of mana.
Depends. Like if you want to use your sword for power, you have to hold your sword, and you gotta wait till the magic. You see the swirling? That's the magic.
Yeah.
If you want to shoot power from your hands, you can use your hands. Like do like that.
Is mana an actual word or is that like
Mana
something
is
you made
like
up?
the source of power for your magic. Like,
Yeah.
Without it, you can't cast any spells.
Is that an actual word though? Like,
Yeah, mana.
oh god, I feel stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But so for special effect, like for example, if we're shooting something, you will like do the drawing thing that you do in the actual series.
Yeah.
It would be harder though, right?
Also, game world people, game world survivors are not allowed in elf world because the game masters are afraid that we might overpowered. Like, we had too much power, and because of that, we can know about his secret, what he's doing. Cause the creator of elf world, he's hiding up. He's doing experiments from the game world survivors
Yeah.
who haven't waken up. Like they're stuck in their comas.
I'm actually like I'd say you have a really bright future with the Game World series for sure. Like it'll definitely like I could see how it would work into doing transferring it into different games as well. That was really smart. So like you do definitely for sure have a bright future with that. Yeah, but this is a very random switch up, but I don't want to like forget about it, and I don't want to have to do it too late like next week. So, as we all know, last week was 9/11, and me and Michael had covered it last time, but it didn't. Like I said, the recording didn't work. It only heard Michael. So, 9/11. That first off, I just want to say rest in peace to all those lost souls. Like that's just so tragic. And I've seen videos where people chose suicide over dying, like in the building. Like the fact that people felt that way, it's just like that's actually heartbreaking. Like they'd rather jump off a really really tall building, one of the tallest. I'm pretty sure it was the tallest in New York, right? Yeah, they'd rather jump off the tallest in New York than, stay in that building. Like, that's sad. So I just want to say, rest in peace to all those lost souls. And, I'm sorry to those who have been affected by it. If anyone who has been affected by it watches this podcast, which I doubt it. But, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I don't want to get too deep into it because I know it's a very sensitive subject for a lot of people. But, I just wanted to say that.
That's good. I want to say something real quick. I'm gonna tell you a story about my dad during 9/11. So, he was working up in New York. So he used to work with a lot of Portuguese people back in New York, and he saw the plane. Like, not like, he saw it sideways, like close to it sideways. And then he saw the explosion. He got afraid. And when they collapsed, the dust, it was chasing my father. He was running away. Like, because he believes that if you smell the dust, he'll get sick and get cancer. He's like, he runs for his life. He was only like 20 or 21 at that time.
Oh wow!
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
Like,
and he was afraid
that's
that
sad.
but luckily somebody like pulled him inside a building, like to get away from the dust.
That's a crazy experience. I'm glad he's okay though.
Like, he didn't get cancer.
I'm actually glad he's okay. Like that's
Some
a genuine
people are lucky.
crazy.
Some people went in there and got cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really lucky.
I have heard of that. I'm pretty sure, which is crazy.
Like, it's from the dust, the chemicals from it.
The chemical dust. If like you can't smell it or anything, but like you have to like put something, like if you have like a shirt, you have to put it on you. Like you have to keep it
A
like
mask.
a mask or anything. But like you cannot smell it. If you do smell it, then you have cancer, and yeah.
That's just crazy though.
I
Like,
know.
a lot of people were very injured from 9/11. A lot of people died, of course. Like it's a really sad subject, honestly.
Yeah.
But rest in peace to all those lost souls. I just can't believe someone would have the mindset like, I'm gonna go kill myself but kill a lot of other people in the process, because a lot of terrorists, I'm pretty sure they were terrorists, they flew the plane and drove into the building.
You want to know something? So this operation was controlled by Osama bin Laden, but from Al Qaeda. Al Qaeda is not dead because of thanks to Donald Trump and his plan of assassinating them, all of them, the leaders.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They were planning to assassinate them, all the leaders since 9/11. They were planning it. Like, my friend told me about like, they say they sent a drone, like the one that they sent to kill the leader of Iraq.
Yeah.
They actually used the same drone to kill the Al Qaeda leaders,
Yeah.
and which ended the terrorism.
Yeah.
That's I'm just glad it ended though. So guys, that's gonna be the conclusion of the episode. Next episode, I do want to talk about, however, because there is something I want to talk about, but we have to end this episode short because our guest has to go.
Yeah.
But next week I want to talk about the subject "Kill All Men," because it's going out of hand, and I will explain that in next week's episode. We might do an episode tomorrow though. There's a slight chance, very slight. If anything, I will. We're most likely not going to, but there's a slight chance that we will, because we want to try. Like we'll one day we'll have an extra episode because we want to try to make up for that episode, the one we missed last week. But yes, next week we're gonna be talking about Kill All Men, and what we think it should be instead of Kill All Men. Because honestly, it's been going out of hand. Like me and Michael talked about it in the last episode, right?
Yeah.
Like of course let's just refer to it as the discarded episode then, because people are gonna be confused. But yeah, in the discarded episode we did talk about it, and we talked about how we felt about it as well. So like, we're gonna talk about that next week's episode. Thank you guys for watching. This is Michael's part though.
Yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and please subscribe and turn on your notifications. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this. Peace out.
And sorry if you heard any noise in the background. We have a lot of noise. We really can't help it. Yeah. Like Michael said. Bye.